When we talk about spiritual awakening, what comes to mind? Perhaps images of monks meditating on a mountaintop, a feeling of unshakable peace, moments of pure bliss, and a constant connection with the universe. Popular culture has sold us this idea that awakening is about reaching a state of Zen-like perfection, where everything becomes clear, balanced, and easy. But what if your reality is a little different? What if, instead of constant peace, you feel a roller coaster of emotions? If instead of clarity, you feel more confused than ever? If you've been looking in the mirror lately and wondering, who is this person? If you've been feeling strange changes in your body that no doctor can explain, if you feel a sensitivity that leaves you exhausted, or a sense of being lost in the world, I want you to take a deep breath and listen carefully. You are not going crazy. On the contrary, you may be awakening in a very real and profound way. Spiritual awakening is rarely a linear and peaceful path. It is a complete restructuring of your being, and your physical body, in its infinite wisdom, is the stage where many of these profound transformations first manifest. It is an active communicator, a map that reveals where you are on your journey. In this video, we will explore together the 6 clear signs your body sends to confirm your spiritual awakening. We will demystify these experiences and bring the validation your soul has been searching for. The first sign, and perhaps one of the most disconcerting, is the visible transformations in your physical body. You may have noticed a sudden weight loss even without changing your diet or exercise routine. Or perhaps the opposite, temporary weight gain, especially around the belly, as if you were retaining fluids. Your facial features may seem softer, younger. Your posture might be changing naturally, your body aligning itself in a new way. What is happening here? This goes far beyond conventional biology. As you advance on your spiritual journey, you begin to process and release decades of accumulated dense energy. Think of traumas, fears, limiting beliefs, unshed tears. All of this carries an energetic weight. And this energetic weight has a physical counterpart. When you release the emotional weight of an old hurt, your body can release the physical weight it was holding as a form of protection. This fat, this water retention, is often a physical manifestation of emotional barriers. By releasing the energy, the body no longer needs the manifestation. It's a process of purification. Your body is literally shedding the past. It is recalibrating to a new frequency, a lighter, higher frequency. It can be frightening to see your body change without your conscious control. The tendency is to resist, to try to control it with diets, to try to understand it with logic. But the invitation here is different. It is an invitation to trust. Trust in your body's intelligence. It knows exactly what to do. It is performing the healing that your conscious mind often cannot even perceive. Instead of fighting against these changes, welcome them. Thank your body for this tireless work of cleansing and preparation. It is building a new temple, one that is strong enough to house the more expanded version of you. The second sign is subtle, but incredibly powerful. It is the transformation in your eyes. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, and in a spiritual awakening, this phrase has never been more true. You or other people may notice that your eyes look different, brighter, more alive, clearer. There's a new depth, an intensity that wasn't there before. It's as if someone has turned on a light behind them. This change is not just an illusion. It reflects a deep internal purification. Throughout our lives, we accumulate layers and veils over our soul, veils of fear, of pain, of conditioning. These layers make our gaze duller, more distant. As you do your inner work, healing traumas, releasing emotional blockages, forgiving yourself and others, these veils begin to dissolve. The light of your true essence, of your soul, which was always there, now has a clear path to shine through. When you heal your wounds, your inner light begins to shine through your eyes. It is a direct reflection of your authenticity. When you look at someone who has gone through this transformation, you get the feeling that you are looking directly into their soul. There are no more masks, no more barriers. There is a purity and a presence that are unmistakable. So if you catch yourself in the mirror and notice this new light, this new sparkle in your gaze, celebrate. It is one of the most beautiful signs that your connection with your true self is becoming stronger and clearer every day. Now, we enter territory that can be one of the most challenging of the entire journey. The third sign, the dissolution of the ego, also known as ego death. This is the moment when the sense of I that you have built throughout your entire life begins to disintegrate. Your identity, the story you told yourself about who you were based on your profession, your relationships, your achievements, your failures, suddenly feels empty, false. You may feel deeply lost, like a ship without a rudder in an infinite ocean. Questions like, "Who am I anyway?" echo in your mind. There can be a deep identity crisis, a feeling of not belonging anywhere, of no longer recognizing yourself. The person you thought you were is falling apart. This can be terrifying. The ego, this constructed identity, will do anything to survive. It will tell you that you are losing control, that you are going crazy. But the truth is that something very sacred is happening. The identity that is falling apart was a limited construction. It was based on limiting beliefs, on fears, on the need for external approval. It was a mask, and the spiritual awakening is the process of removing that mask so that your true face can be revealed. The void you feel is not a void of non-existence. It is a sacred space. It is the cocoon. The old caterpillar identity must completely dissolve for the butterfly to emerge. Trying to cling to the old identity only prolongs the suffering. The invitation here is to surrender. It's to allow yourself not to know. It's to sit comfortably in the confusion, trusting that on the other side of this process there is not annihilation, but integration. You are not losing yourself, you are finding yourself, for the first time perhaps. This confusion is the sacred space before the rebirth of your true identity, an identity that is not based on what you do or what others think, but on who you are in your purest essence. It is a process of death and rebirth, and it is absolutely essential for your evolution. As the old structure of the ego dissolves, your energetic barriers also become thinner. This leads us to the fourth sign, extreme physical and energetic sensitivity. Suddenly, you start to feel everything. You walk into a mall and feel immediately drained, overwhelmed, without knowing why. You talk to a friend who is sad, and even if they smile and say everything is fine, you feel their pain in your own body. You can feel the energy of a house, a meeting, a forest. What were once just moods or atmospheres are now visceral experiences. Your perception is expanding far beyond the 5 physical senses. Your chakras, the energy centers of your body, are opening. You are becoming a receiver of much more subtle information. At first, this can feel like a curse. Absorbing the emotions and energy of everyone around you is exhausting. You might wish you could just turn it off. But the universe does not give you a gift without giving you the ability to manage it. This is not a weakness, it is a superpower in training. Your sensitivity is your new compass. It allows you to navigate the world with a level of perception that most people do not have. It allows you to form more authentic connections, avoid misaligned situations, and perceive the truth behind appearances. The next step in your journey is to learn to manage this sensitivity. This involves practices like creating energetic boundaries, cleansing your energy field regularly, and learning to discern what is your energy and what belongs to others. It is a process of mastery. Instead of seeing yourself as a defenseless sponge, start to see yourself as a sophisticated radar. You are receiving more data about reality. Now, you need to learn how to read the control panel. With your energy system now more open and your vibration rising, we arrive at the fifth sign, one of the most dynamic, the acceleration of reality and manifestation. Have you ever had the feeling that things are happening faster? If it used to take you months or years to manifest a desire, now it seems you just have to think about something for it to appear in your life. Synchronicities happen daily. You think of someone and they call you. You need a piece of information and a book falls open in front of you to the right page. But there are two sides to this coin. Just as good things accelerate, so do challenges. Unresolved emotions, triggers, old patterns you thought you had overcome. Everything comes to the surface with astonishing force and speed. Imagine your energetic journey this way. In the beginning, you were like a freight train, heavy, slow, burdened with the weight of traumas and limiting beliefs. It moved, but with difficulty. With the work of purification, your freight train has become a bullet train. Your energy is lighter, faster, more potent. A bullet train reaches its destination much faster, but any small obstacle on the track can cause a major impact. The challenges that arise so intensely now are just the final blockages coming to the surface to be healed quickly. The universe, in its efficiency, is telling you, let's clear this up once and for all so you can continue your journey without this weight. And the acceleration of energy invites you to deal with your shadows consciously and courageously. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the challenges, try to see them as opportunities for accelerated growth. Every challenge you overcome now propels you forward with a speed that was once unimaginable. Embrace the speed. After going through the reconfiguration of the body, the death of the ego, and the acceleration of energy, you arrive at the sixth sign, which is, in many ways, the reward for this entire journey, a profound perceptual clarity. This clarity manifests in various ways. Your intuition, which was once a whisper, now becomes a clear voice. You know things without knowing how you know them. You can perceive the true intentions behind someone's words. You sense whether an environment or a situation is right for you or not. You begin to see the hidden dynamics that govern the world in social systems, in politics, in human interactions. You connect the dots in a way that was previously impossible. You see beyond the illusion. Imagine that for your entire life you have been looking at the world through a very dirty window. The window was covered with the dust of your past experiences, the smudges of your limiting beliefs, and the grime of unprocessed emotions. You could see, but the view was blurry, distorted. The entire process of awakening, the release of energy, the healing of traumas, the dissolution of the ego is the act of cleaning that window. And now, for the first time, the window is becoming transparent. This clarity is the result of all the previous hard work. It is your reward, the ability to navigate life with wisdom and authenticity. This heightened perception allows you to make more aligned decisions, build truer relationships, and, most importantly, understand yourself and your place in the universe in a much deeper way. It is a return to your inner power, guided by your own wisdom. The journey of spiritual awakening is a paradox. It is the process of falling apart to become whole. It is feeling lost to finally find yourself. It is the most challenging and, at the same time, the most rewarding journey a soul can undertake. The signs your body and energy send you, the physical changes, the bright eyes, the identity crisis, the sensitivity, the acceleration, and the final clarity are not symptoms that something is wrong. They are sacred milestones on your path back home, back to your true essence. If this video resonated with you, if you recognized yourself in any of these signs, know that you are not alone. Leave a like so that this message of validation can find others who are also going through this. Subscribe to our channel to continue receiving content that supports your journey of expansion and discovery. And most importantly, comment below which of these signs you are currently experiencing. Your story is a beacon of light for someone else who may be feeling lost in the dark. By sharing, we strengthen each other and remember that we are all in this beautiful and transformative journey together. Thank you for allowing me to walk beside you today. Take care and see you next time.